make it easier for yourself, because that is the main point of engage, right? Outside of Varus ult, outside of Rumble Equalizer that can help set up, it does feel like Wei had to be on something quite... Didn't think I would ever see the day where someone's first time at Orianna is here, and maybe he's going to regret it, as he has no escape tool outside of the flash, and as he gets flashed on, instead Leader gets pulled on back. Will he even burn it? I think he's dead. No. He flashes, proves us wrong. Leader
helping out Serin in the matchup as well. So honestly, I like the way Heretics have been playing towards mid lane this game, because we already kind of talked about, like, Orianna, very good in these early stages at bullying out Serin. Now that he's ticked over to level 6 though, not so much.
Waiting, no. Like maybe it doesn't matter that Leader's ult was used.
Solid effort from Leader to try and interrupt, but hang
Paranoia,
on.
Even without the ball, gets the flash. Ice gets over the wall, and that definitely seems like an SK Dragon to me.
Still though, Mikyx caught, no level 6.
Mikyx's still not level 6, you're right, it's pretty dangerous. Hail of arrows as well. There's the ulti, first blood over to Ice.
Actually turns out to be the Heretics getting that play. Now Skeanz though wants to contest. Hex Flash.
It's going to be a beautiful one at that as well. Dredgeline comes in, but now there's no spell shield. Wei, his ulti's still available, and he threatens that on the SK jungler.
So Wei doesn't end up
turn to talk a little bit about Mikyx. What do you think about Mikyx from versus Dagda as Paranoia comes through? Never mind, ignore that. Flash, decimating smash. There's a kill. No time to talk about Mikyx because his Skeanz flashes away. SK putting Wunder was looking up for an ulti up through river, but now the 1v1. Tracyn, of course, going to win this with Leandri's. This is a dangerous spot for Wunder. Equalizer used, ulti in response, but you'd have to say for Wunder, that's a big tool of engage now down. As SK hover around the Herald of Dredgeline, start the fight. It's Wei with Mikyx finding himself at just a good angle. They get a knock up, and Wei's close to dying, but as he flashes away, he survives for now, with the rest of the fight being carried on by Team Heretics. Serin now runs on in, and this is good. Really good for Heretics. They lock down the cow once again. Mikyx flashes away, but to his onslaught, a two-man shockwave finally used, but it does nothing as Heretics win out yet again. And another objective to add to the book here is Leader. Not going to get hit by the hit. Wei puts himself in harm's way. This Dragon 4K already. Jopa gets dreaded, returning back in, but SK are pretty healthy walking into the fight where Heretics are burning a little bit through the HP bars. Wei, half HP. There's the Paranoia into Ice in the backline. Dagda, we talked about this. How does Ice get to play the game? Well, he doesn't. Quick answer for you. Is SK winning the fight thoroughly, but Serin trying to bring it back on the back line. Meanwhile, Sheo also helps Tracyn get a kill. It looked like Heretics had the fight in spades, but as soon as SK depart from one another, Heretics pick off the pieces. Yeah. Curse as well, so he's going to start shredding any MR you have as blue buff's an afterthought. Skeanz going to smite it, but it goes down. Serin is the angle I'm looking at. Paranoia goes in, but as he finds backline, Ice is already away. Range is there, and SK are walking into a trap because Serin bide his time. Shockwave on his head, but it's only one as Wunder does nothing with the decimating smash, and Mikyx does nothing again with a cow on the back. Meanwhile, Skeanz is dying to a turret after Sheo picks up kill credit. Ice surpasses his death, but it's just Leader. He's dead, Dagda. He's definitely dead here. I mean, Leader has flash, but I think he's dead. Dreaded return still connects. His build is Rod of Ages into Storm Surge. But the problem is now, Team Heretics have such a big gold lead, is that one track engage is easy. They're going to find a rumble, but flashes are kept up. Now a Dredgeline on the reverse. Wei, good engage. He flashes away. His depth charge is up and available. Finds one target. Equalizer down again. Some barriers use some lockets rather. His decimating smash in the front line is nice, and it's looking okay for SK. But Jopa is cornered in the Dragon Pit. There's a Herald, not a battle one, but as we go over, Serin has just found his way over the wall, almost kills Jopa in the back part of it. Sheo now front to backing as Team Heretics continues for the soul for Heretics.
But Jopa reset. He's only making his way out with the Hextech Gate, so this is pure bluff from SK, and Heretics might be about to call us.
Yeah, they are. Serin's got a great angle. Mikyx in. It's a one-man shockwave, but Dragon goes down to SK. A small win for now, but the problem is Wei's locking down every which way as Serin is cleaning up the backside. Wunder, you think, is attacking his member, but Tracyn is stepping over him. He's going to burn him down to a Chris's Jopa flushes away, but how did he get out of the pit? He's the last man standing with a zombie Zaahen to accompany him. Jopa stepping in and out. Gatling gun in and out. Phosphorus bomb kited away. Nice mechanics. He will find the Nautilus, but he will lose his life in the process. An ace for Heretics
when it comes towards playing around where their win conditions have been, and both in builds and where they've been positioned on the map.
SK thinking about how do we go towards mid and set ourselves up for the Baron contest, but Way with the dredge line in. Shockwave finally lands on the Tracyn. Big target with a big one. Laid him back. SK, big opportunity in this game now. And the damage coming out from Jopa is helping them out, but Jopa went into melee range. He gets punched for it as Serin darts in, darts out, but the dreaded return even better, and Sheo now just won't die. He refuses to not exist in this game as leader has to step on back. Heretics, they find the fight in the end, but it gets a bit sketchy as SK made them work for it. Hex gates are going to be used by Heretics to get into position to try and set this one up as a bait. You can see SK are willing to challenge, but Mikyx, as he goes for an engage, is going to be direct line in. They're calling the bluff yet again. True Conflict taken here. Trample about to run through Mikyx. I don't know what he's doing because there is no Corki here. SK fighting without an AD carry seems silly. And now they have no support for their engage. It is up to Wunder to find the mark, up to the Nocturne to press the go button. SK going to use some of their poke, but Wunder gets drawn back in. For now, there we go again, but the Shockwave is onto a Nautilus. The first time Orianna ain't going to find a target.
Make something come out of this as Heretics step forward. But it's just too little too late, it feels like. Heretics have such a stranglehold here.
Serin doesn't have the ulti, otherwise this could be a bit of a pinch, but it's just to push them off while Dragon, or rather Baron, is going down. And a turret to go through with it as for the trade. Heretics going to pick up this Baron. A cancel almost there from Serin with a shuriken flip. And 5 Barons all in one line. The poke is good though. Skeanz going to take the shield. He's got the ball on. Shockwave over. Ice flashes it though. And now you got 2 big ultis down. Hexgate used by Skeanz, but he's going to be able to fight as Serin takes him with the public, or rather perfect execution. Down goes the Nocturne. Hextech Drake with it as well. Heretics have the soul, and now the pieces are falling together. Ulti over the wall. Sheo won't get a mark, but he still dreads the return. Over, he finds even more SK meat to bite into, and that cow, free range no longer. To the house he goes as Ice picks him up and makes this a game 3.
Leaders TP, the only reason that wasn't a clean ace. But Heretics going to start their march down through this bottom side. I don't think they'll end just here, but they will actually find leader, it looks like.
Way gets right in front of his face, and Serin's here to make this an easy kill. Leader, it's been an okay game, but okay is not good enough here.
Serin, we're kind of predicting already, sitting in the pit. And immediately gets onto Skeanz and...
Oh, that's not a good hex gate. Mikyx, he's just dead. He got one shot. Very ambitious. I guess he wants to go now.
Yeah.
Mikyx died.
Yeah, that was not it.
Ice cold. The jokes keep coming. Thank you for that. That was just the one and done.
It's... Heretics have every single game thus far being in a commanding position from the early game.
Yeah.
And obviously game 1, they just misplayed on how they played the map. But this has been a bit stompy, especially in game number 2.
Paranoia. Okay, they're going to go for Tracyn, but he goes golden.
They didn't ult.
There was no shockwave here. Yeah, Leader still has it. He's going to pop it in, does a bit of damage. It's nice, but equalizer down. Leader can't walk away. Dredge line blocked by Mikyx. The poke from Ice, then dredge line, or rather the depth charge. Leader was burning down. He's lucky to be alive, and Team Heretics managed to lose their support in the meantime, so it is a small win for SK to stop this onslaught. It's not over till the Nexus falls. And we've known that for a while, but we need to see this final fight. Is Equalizer going to start us off? Underneath turret, there's a lot of danger here for Wunder as he's isolated, but the Shockwave comes in. It's only a 1, maybe 1.5 man, but going golden. Tracyn's buying some time. Wunder's still in the firing line. Dredge line brings him back in line, and now there's trouble as Sheo runs in with a GA at his disposal. Serin finds Jopa, and this game is sure as over as it could be. Wunder back in the dirt, and Team Heretics have all 5 to run into this Nexus and show us how it's done.
It's a clean ace on the terror dive for Heretics. I mean, this game has just felt over for a long out while. It's just Heretics finishing it off now.
They finally get through their early game. They make it look good throughout, and they right the wrongs of game number 1 as first loss for leader on Orianna out of 1. That was an interesting thing to say as Shocks Serin on Akali. Hot damn.
Yeah, Serin was...